As I say, there is a ton going on in the news tonight, a ton. We've got a big show for you, including a lot of breaking news as far as we can tell. For starters, though, please direct your attention to the highlighted squares on our chart of Republican presidential contenders. We have news tonight about Donald Trump and Bobby Jindal, and also Carly Fiorina at last. Under the delightfully arbitrary rules of the Fox News-hosted first Republican primary debate, it has seemed to be true that Donald Trump would qualify to appear on the debate stage at the first Republican debate in August, and Carly Fiorina would not qualify for that debate. Fox News is apparently only going to take the top 10 candidates in national polling. Mr. Trump was clinging to 10th place in the national polls, and Carly Fiorina was on the wrong side of the cutoff. She was coming in at roughly 11th place before now. But in a new NBC poll out today, Carly Fiorina has sent Donald Trump to the kids' table. At least in this one new national poll, Carly Fiorina now stands in 10th place in national polling with a whopping 2% of Republicans supporting her. And Donald Trump has 1%. So he's fired. And this is just one poll. There's no way to tell if this is going to hold, but these are your current top 10 Republican contenders, according to the NBC Wall Street Journal poll that's out today. We have here 1 surgeon, 3 first-term senators. We have 1 arguably failed and definitely fired executive of a really big tech company in California. And we also have 5 people who are current or former governors of U.S. states. So if you're looking for what type of candidate is really dominating the Republican race right now, it's the governors. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush of Florida leading by 5 points in this new NBC Wall Street Journal poll. Current Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker comes in second. Overall, 5 of the top 10 Republicans in the current polling, 5 of the top 10 are governors. They may not have been commander-in-chief of a nation, but they have been in charge of a state. And the thinking goes that people will be able to extrapolate from that. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry said just the other day, if you want to run for president, you should go home and try to run a state first. Take that, Ted Cruz. Presidents, of course, come from all kinds of jobs. But the governor's mansions of our nation do seem to produce a lot of them. Governorships tend to be a fairly frequent incubator for presidents, or at least for presidential ambitions. That seems to be true heading into this election as much or more so than it has been for any other recent elections. It was also true heading into the last presidential election in 2012. Republicans, of course, ended up running the former governor of Massachusetts as their presidential nominee in 2012. But ahead of that election, at the time that everybody was starting to jump into the Republican race, Republicans really did think very seriously about this guy instead. Governor Haley Barbour of Mississippi, long one of the great powers in the National Republican Party, governor of Mississippi, head of the Republican Governors Association, a legendary rainmaker, just an unparalleled Republican fundraiser, unbelievably popular within the party among other high-level Republicans, chairman, of course, of the Republican National Committee at one point. But in the lead up to 2012, Haley Barbour seemed for all the world like he could be something more even than that. He could be something really big. He could be something epic. President Barbour? That was the question in the conservative Weekly Standard magazine in December 2010. Quote, all year, Haley Barbour has been deflecting questions about his presidential ambitions. President Barbour? I mean, at the time, it made sense. Haley Barbour had cultivated one of the great Beltway power careers. He knew every Republican at every level in Republican politics. When he went home to Mississippi, he played on the national stage as the rebuilder of that hurricane-devastated Mississippi coast. And with the Republicans looking for someone to challenge President Obama in 2012, President Barbour seemed as likely an idea as anyone. So the Weekly Standard ran this more than glowing profile of Haley Barbour, not just reveling in his high standing in the party and his power and his political experience, but in effect trying to reintroduce Haley Barbour to conservatives nationwide. Basically, given the conservative fairy tale of the Haley Barbour life story. They called it The Boy from Yazoo City. Now, in Haley Barbour's hometown of Yazoo City, Mississippi, the schools there didn't integrate until 1970. But when the schools did integrate in Yazoo City, they did so in relative peace, at least compared with the rest of Mississippi. And so the magazine asked Haley Barbour in this profile why that was. And this is what he said in response. He said, quote, "Because the business community wouldn't stand for it. You heard of the citizens' councils? Up north, they think it was like the KKK. Where I come from, it was an organization of town leaders. In Yazoo City, they passed a resolution that said anybody who started a chapter of the Klan would get their beep run out of town. If you had a job, you'd lose it. If you had a store, they'd see nobody shopped there. We didn't have a problem with the Klan in Yazoo City." There's no problem where he came from, Haley Barbour said. The citizens' councils took care of it. By citizens' councils, what Haley Barbour meant were the groups that we also call the white citizens' councils. The white citizens' councils were founded after Brown v. Board, after the Supreme Court ordered the end of separate but equal in 1954, the end of segregation in this country in 1954. That's why they were founded, in response to Brown v. Board. The following year, right after that ruling in 1955, the citizens' councils published the first ever issue of their newspaper, a clarion call for racial law in America. The Citizens Council's aim, quote, "is to preserve separation of the races against the assaults from the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People." Quote, "There's a rainbow of hope in the dark integration sky. Citizens Councils have sprung up to prevent this tragedy from being visited on the schools. Now and in the future, we will exhaust every legal resource available in resisting the attempt of a Marxist-conscious Supreme Court to bring about mongrelization of the white race by judicial ruling." Citizens Council also had this pamphlet summing up their reason for their existence. Quote, "The Citizens Council is the South's answer to the mongrelizers. We will not be integrated. We are proud of our white blood and our white heritage." Our white blood, our white heritage. For a world of mongrelizers, a rainbow of segregated hope. When Haley Barbour, thinking about running for president in 2010, when in that context he praised the old Citizens Councils, that is what he was talking about.
I am Alabama Sam Englehart, also Executive Secretary of the Citizens Councils of Alabama. We are dedicated to the preservation of segregation.
We will segregate the buses, and if necessary, I shall arrest every agent of the federal government who attempts to conspire to put across integration of race.
The entire Negro movement in the United States was identified with the movement for African nationalism in Africa. This is a development of extreme significance, I think, because it opens up the possibility for non-white domination of the United States.
What direction is your movement going into? What do you see in the future?
I see a political organization based on racial nationalism.
A third party?
A third party based on race.
And you would lead
white
it?
race.
Based on race, based on the white race. Citizens Councils. There were white citizens councils across the old Confederacy, many towns, many states. In Haley Barbour's hometown of Yazoo City, Mississippi, the white citizens council there ruled by fear. They left a vivid record of it. In the 1950s, when some local people petitioned for the schools around Yazoo City to be integrated, the White Citizens Council took out an ad, a full-page ad in the town newspaper listing the signers by name. The Citizens Council posted those names all over town, which manifestly terrified the people who had dared to sign that petition, as it was intended to do. The Afro-American newspaper reported this from the time, quote, "Many signers have been penalized by loss of employment. Under this pressure, some have removed their names from the petition. J.H. Wright, a plumbing contractor listed above, lost 2 construction jobs, was refused plumbing supplies by a wholesale house, and his grocer told him a loaf of bread would now cost him $1. He plans to move elsewhere." People who were in favor of integrating the schools in Yazoo City had to flee from Yazoo City because of that nice Citizens Council, which Haley Barbour praised for keeping the peace in his town in the Civil Rights era. They ran for their lives from the White Citizens Council. So when Haley Barbour described a peaceful past and the historic record showed something far more horrifying, when he lionized the Citizens Councils and they turned out to be really easily shown as really vituperatively racist, Haley Barbour didn't seem so presidential anymore. I mean, in the end, his pull quote from that Weekly Standard glowing profile ended up being his overall summing up of what it was like to grow up smack dab in the middle of the Civil Rights Revolution, to desegregate his city and his state. He told the Weekly Standard when he thought back on that time, quote, "I just don't remember it being that bad." And so, no, we never got a President Haley Barbour. We never got a Haley Barbour for President campaign. His 2012 campaign hopes did not survive much past his fond memories of the segregated South and his praise for the white citizens' councils of the time. But by the time that happened to Haley Barbour, the white citizens' councils had gone through sort of a reincarnation. They became the Council of Conservative Citizens. And despite their history, despite where they came from, despite who they still were in all but name, some politicians just have found over time that they couldn't keep away from them. And yes, that's because some politicians are just flat out obvious racists, right? Former KKK Grand Wizard and Louisiana legislator David Duke, he spoke at a fundraiser for the South Carolina Council of Conservative Citizens in 1995, but yeah, he's David Duke. But then there's Congressman Bob Barr of Georgia. He addressed the Citizens Council in 1998 after the Washington Post pointed out that Bob Barr had been hobnobbing with white supremacists. The congressman responded that he hadn't actually known it was that kind of group. In 1998, the Citizens Council finally got banned from CPAC, from the Conservative Political Action Conference, on the blunt grounds that CPAC found that, quote, "they are racist." And the White Citizens Council, the Conservative Citizens Council got banned from CPAC in 1998. But Senator Trent Lott, by that point, Senator Trent Lott of Mississippi, by then had been hanging out with the Citizens Council for years. Senator Lott got his picture taken with the Citizens Council guys in a private meeting in his office the year before they got banned by other conservatives from CPAC for being racist. In 1999, Democrats in Congress tried to shame Republicans by forcing them to take a vote condemning the Council of Conservative Citizens. That vote failed, but some of the work of trying to embarrass Republicans about supporting this group was done. I mean, conservative politicians have managed to get themselves embarrassed over and over and over again by associating themselves with this barely reconstituted, segregationist, racist, white supremacist group. And it's not like this group is trying to hide anything, right? It's not like they're reconstructed and now they make it look nice. I mean, this is from their statement of principles. Look at this, quote, "We believe the United States is a European country, and that Americans are part of the European people. We oppose all efforts to mix the races of mankind, to promote non-white races over the European American people, and to force the integration of the races." I mean, that is what crawled out of the carcass of the group that Haley Barbour praised when he was going to run for president, but then it didn't work out. That's the Council of Conservative Citizens. Over this weekend, we learned that the shooter in Charleston, South Carolina last week got his ideas from this Council of Conservative Citizens. He credited them directly with inspiring his attempt to start a race war with this mass murder in a Charleston church. This group that had always been racist, that had always been part of the worst atavistic, barbaric impulses in the modern history of our nation, now in its new form, has those same ideas all over the blood of 9 African Americans in a church in the city of Charleston. And while the group insists today that they do not support violence, they have also, since the shooting, stood up for the ideas that the shooter says filled his head. They stood up for the content of his message. So not for what he did, but yes, for why he says he did it. So that was one thing that we learned this week. While the nation and the city of Charleston mourned those 9 murder victims, we learned that the Council of Conservative Citizens was part of this story. The other thing we learned is that Republican politicians, including some who are running for president now, have been taking money, a lot of money, from that racist group. John Swain of The Guardian newspaper reporting this weekend that the group's leader has given tens of thousands of dollars of campaign contributions in support of Ted Cruz and Rand Paul and Rick Santorum and Scott Walker and Texas Governor Greg Abbott and Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton and on and on and on. And most of them reacted to that news today, reacted to that reported link to the inspiration for the Charleston massacre, right? Most of these politicians reacted to that news today like they'd just been handed a live cottonmouth snake. One by one, they have started giving the money back or giving it to charity, in many cases, giving the money to a charity benefiting the families left behind in Charleston. In addition to what you see here, we can also tell you tonight that Steve King, Iowa Congressman Steve King, tells us he's sending back what he got to Charleston, and so is Louis Gohmert. And according to the Washington Post, so are Jeff Flake and Tom Cotton, as we hear back from more people who have taken donations from the Council on Conservative Citizens. We'll let you know. But we can tell you clearly that where Republicans have stood by and for, and in some cases with, this racist group in the very recent past, after those murders in that Charleston church, now, as of today, they're not standing by that group anymore. After decades, right? I mean, that group was founded right after Brown v. Board. Everybody knew who they were, and over and over and over again, for decades, conservative politicians still allied themselves with that group, even though everybody knew who they were. They've never hidden their light under a bushel. They've been an overtly racist group with ties to the terror that was the backlash against the civil rights movement in this country. They were the vanguard of the defense of segregation in this country. And for decades, conservative politicians have still associated themselves with this group. Sometimes they get a little loogie about it, but it persists. Today, it seems to have stopped. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to get these things right? Sometimes you grab the hot handle with your bare hand more than once. But when you finally drop that thing, turns out it lands with a tremendous clatter. And we are at that profound place right now, tonight, in our country. On the Conservative Citizens Council, nay, the White Citizens Council, on the Confederate flag, on a lot of other things that felt like they would never, ever be gone from even our modern politics. Right now, our politics are making a fascinating and very hard turn. And the rest of that story is when we come back.